So hi, good morning everyone. By the way, my name is Angelica Bianca Espra and you can call me Mom My Guy. And now we're back with another topic and our topic will be community typologies. So welcome to our discussion on community typologies. A community is a group of people living in the same area or having a common interest. But have you ever wondered what makes each community unique? In this lesson, we will explore the different types of communities, known as community typologies. We'll delve into the various characteristics, structures, and features that distinguish one community from another. So, understanding community typologies is essential in understanding how communities function, how they meet the needs of their members, and how they contribute to the broader society. So let's begin our journey into the world of community typologies. So have you ever watched a street dance performance in your community? I may be a large language model. I don't have personal experiences, but I can tell you that street dance performances are a great way to bring communities together. So street dance performances showcase the talent and creativity of community members while also providing entertainment for the audience. So these events often reflect the community's cultures, values, and traditions. So watching a street dance performance can evoke a sense of community pride and belonging. So it's amazing to see how dance can unite people from diverse backgrounds and ages. So in the context of community typologies, a street dance performance can be seen as a form of community expression and identity. So they highlight the importance of community spaces and the role of art and culture in shaping community life. In the Philippines, street dance is indeed a vibrant and integral part of celebrating various festivals known as fiestas. So this street dance performance showcase the country's rich cultural heritage and are often a reflection of the community's history, traditions, and values. So the Philippines is known for its numerous festivals such as the Sinulog Festival in Cebu, the Mascara Festival in Bacolod, and the Dinagyang Festival in Iloilo, among many other street dance performances are a highlight of this festival featuring elaborate costumes, energetic choreography, and infectious music. So this street dance performance not only entertain the crowd, but also serve as a way to showcase the local culture and tradition, and also honor patron saints or historical events, foster community unity and pride, and lastly, promote tourism and local economy. So, in the context of community typologies, the importance of street dance in Philippines festivals highlights the significance of community celebrations and tradition in shaping the identity and social fabric of a community. So, community typologies can be classified into various categories. So classifying communities help us understand their unique characteristics, needs, and challenges. So by recognizing these differences, we can better support and empower each community to thrive. So now let's explore the different classifications, starting with by location. So how do rural, urban, suburban, coastal, or mountain communities differ from one another? So for instance, rural communities might face challenges related to access to healthcare, education, or job opportunities. On the other hand, urban communities might struggle with issues like overcrowding, pollution, or crime. So the next one is about by practice. So, uh, what role do religious, indigenous, or cultural practices play in shaping communities' identity? So communities of practice can be provide a sense of belonging, shared values and traditions. So for example, a community centered around a specific religion might come together for worship, charity, work, or cultural events. So the next one is by action. So how do activists support or recreational communities drive social change or promote well-being? So communities of action can bring about positive change through advocacy, volunteering, or community service. So, for instance, an environmental activist community might organize cleanup initiatives, campaigns, or educational programs. And the fourth one is by interest. So, what brings people together in fun? So, professional or hobby based communities. Communities of interest can provide opportunities of networking, skill sharing, or simply socializing with like minded individuals. For example, a community of photographers might share tips, critique each other's work, or plan photography trips together. And lastly, we have this by circumstance. So, how do immigrant refuge or disability communities face unique challenges and opportunities? So, communities of circumstance can provide support, resources, and a sense of belonging for individuals who share similar experiences or challenges. For instance, a community of people with disabilities might advocate for accessibility or share resources or provide emotional support. So these classifications aren't really exclusive, and communities can overlap across multiple categories. Now let's differentiate rural communities from urban communities. So when we say rural communities are typically located in remote or countryside areas far from urban centers. And also rural areas have a lower population density with fewer people living in a larger area. And often rely on agriculture, farming, or natural resource extraction. And of course, rural lifestyle tend to be more relaxed with a stronger sense of community and traditional values. And of course, rural communities may have limited access to services like healthcare, education, shopping, and entertainment. While in urban communities are typically located in cities or metropolitan areas. Urban areas have a higher population density with more people living in a smaller area. And urban economies often rely on industries like manufacturing, technology, finance, and services. And urban lifestyles tend to be faster paced with a greater diversity of cultures, lifestyles, and opportunity. And urban communities typically have better access to services like healthcare, education, shopping, and entertainment. Now let's talk about formal and informal communities. So when we say formal communities, they are characterized by defined boundaries and membership, organized structure, explicit goals and objectives, formal communication channels, and accountability and responsibility. So they often have a hierarchical structure with leaders, committees, and formal decision-making process. So in contrast, informal communities have fluid boundaries and membership, flexible structure, implicit goals and objectives, informal communication channels, and shared responsibility and mutual support. So the key differences between the formal and informal communities lies in their level of organization, membership and boundaries, and communication styles. So formal communities tend to be more organized and structured, while informal communities are often more flexible and adaptable. So formal communities have clear membership criteria and boundaries, whereas informal communities have more fluid boundaries and membership. Additionally, formal communities rely on formal communication channels, whereas informal communities use more informal and personal communication networks. So, think global and act local is a powerful philosophy that encourages individuals to consider the global implications of their actions while taking local action to create positive change. So, by thinking globally, we can recognize the interconnectedness of our world, so identify global best practices and foster a sense of global citizenship. So this mindset allow us to understand how our local actions affect global issues like climate change, poverty, and inequality. However, it's equally important to act locally as local actions have an immediate impact, address unique local contexts, and can scale up to inspire broader changes by taking action in our own communities. We can see tangible results, inspire others to join us, and tailor our efforts to address specific local needs. Successful local initiatives can serve as models for regional, national, or even global replication. So, to truly embody the Think Global Act, local philosophy, we should stay informed about global issues and their local implications, build connections with local and global partners, and take action on local initiatives that address global challenges. So by doing so, we can create a ripple effects of positive change that resonates worldwide. So, a global community refers to a group of people from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and geographical location who share common interests, goals, or values. So, this community transcends national borders and operates on a global scale, often facilitated by technology, social media, and international networks. So, characteristics of a global community include diversity, shared interests, or goals. So, global connectivity transnational operation, and inclusivity. So examples of global communities can be found in various forms such as social media groups, international organizations, online forums, global networks, and virtual events. So these communities bring people together from around the world, providing opportunity for cultural exchange, knowledge sharing, or collaboration and support. So global communities offer many benefits, including access to global expertise, resources, and best practices, as well as emotional support, advice, and connection. So the rise of global communities has been facilitated by technological advancements, social media, and increasing globalization. So as a result, people from diverse backgrounds can now connect, share ideas, and collaborate on a global scale, whether it's through online forums, social media groups, or international organizations. Global communities have the potential to drive positive change, promote cultural understanding, and foster global citizenship. So here are the examples of global communities, starting with Association of Southeast Asian Nation or ASEAN. So it is a regional intergovernmental organization comprising 10 Southeast Asian countries like Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So it was established in 1967 to promote economic growth and social progress and cultural development in the region. So ASEAN has played a significant role in promoting regional cooperation, trade, and security. So the other one is WWF or World Wildlife Fund. So it's an international organization working to conserve nature and reduce the most pressing threats to the diversity of life on Earth. It was founded in 1961, so it has grown into one of the world's largest and most respected conservation organizations. So WWF or World Wildlife Fund works with local communities, governments, and businesses to protect endangered species, preserve ecosystems, and promote sustainable development. So lastly is the United States. It is a global organization that brings together 193 member states to promote peace, security, and cooperation among nations. So it was established in 1946 after World War II. The United States has played an important role in maintaining international peace and security, promoting human rights and providing humanitarian aid. So the United Nations has various specialized agencies like programs and funds that work on issues such as climate change, poverty reduction, and sustainable development. So these organizations demonstrate the diversity of global communities ranging from regional economic blocs to international conservative organizations and global governance institutions. So each plays a vital role in addressing global challenges and promoting cooperation among nations and stakeholders. So virtual communities are groups of people who interact with each other through digital platforms such as social media, online forums, and specialized websites. So these communities can form around shared interests, hobbies, professions, or demographics. So characteristic of uh, virtual communities include digital connectivity, shared purpose or interest, virtual space, and global reach. So virtual communities can be found in various forms such as social media groups, online forums, gaming communities, and professional networks. So now let's talk about sectors. So when we say sectors, it refers to organizations, institutions, and initiatives that deliver particular services to community members. It is formed based on shared interests or circumstances. Now let's talk about different kinds of sectors, starting with government sector. So when we say government sectors, it refers to the part of the economy that is controlled and operated by the government. So this includes federal, state, and local government agencies, institutions, and organizations that provide public goods and services. So the government sector is the one who is responsible for creating and enforcing laws, providing public services, and also regulating economic activity. So another one is private sector. So the private sector refers to the part of the economy that is owned and operated by private individuals, businesses, and organizations. So this sector is driven by profit motive and includes businesses, corporations, and entrepreneurs that produce goods and services for the market. So the private sector is responsible for creating jobs, driving innovation, and contributing to economic growth. So another one is business sector. So the business sector is a subset of the private sector that includes all organizations and enterprises that produce goods and services for profit. So these sectors include small businesses, large corporation, and everything in between. So the business sector is responsible for driving economic growth, creating jobs, and innovating new products and services. So lastly, we have here religious sector. So when we say religious sector, it refers to the institutions, organizations, and communities that are based on spiritual or religious beliefs. So this sector includes churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, and other places of worship, so as well as religious organizations, charities, and advocacy groups. So the religious sector plays an important role in providing spiritual guidance, social services, and community supports to its members. Now let's talk about social spaces. So when you say social spaces, it refers to the physical or virtual environments where people interact, socialize, and engage with each other. So these spaces can be formal or informal, public or private, and can serve various purposes such as socialization, community building, information sharing, and recreation. So spaces can be online or offline and can include spaces like parks, cafes, community centers, social media platforms, and workplaces. So social spaces play a crucial role in keeping our social connection, relationship, and overall well-being. So they provide opportunities for people to meet, interact, and build relationship with others who share similar interests, backgrounds, or demographics. Social spaces can also foster a sense of community and belonging, which is essential for our emotional and mental health. Examples of social spaces include public spaces like parks, plazas, and markets, community centers, libraries and other public buildings, cafes, restaurants, and other food establishments, social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, online forums, discussion boards, and chat groups, workplaces, schools, and other institutional settings, places of worship, community organization, and other nonprofit groups. So overall, social spaces are essential for building and maintaining social connection, fostering community engagement, and promoting overall well-being. Now we're done with our discussion. Now let's have a recap of what about our discussion earlier. So starting with the classification of the community typology, starting with by geography. Second is by practice. The third one is by action. The fourth one is by interest, and last one is the by circumstance. Now let's move on to the another one. So earlier we have also explored various concepts related to communities, including rural and urban communities. So we discussed the differences between rural and urban communities, highlighting their distinct characteristics, challenges, and opportunities. Of course, we classified communities into formal and informal communities, examining their differences in terms of structures, goals, and communication styles. And we also have global communities. So we talk about global communities, including their characteristics, benefits, and challenges, as well as examples such as ASEAN, the WWF, and the United Nations. And also, we have also discussed virtual communities. So we discussed virtual communities, including their definition, examples, and importance in modern society. And of course, the sectors we defined and discussed various sectors, including the government sector, private sector, business sectors, and religious sector. So lastly is the social spaces. So we explored the concept of social spaces, including their definition, examples, and importance in shaping social connections, mental health, and overall well-being. So again, this is Angelica Bianca Espra, or you can call me Mom Ekai, and that's all for today. Have a good day.